Hello everyone and welcome back to the NR2003 Sunday Simulations. Today's race brings us to the Monster Mile, aka Dover International Speedway. It is possibly the last one of these simulation races we'll be doing, as NASCAR is going back to real racing exactly 2 weeks from now at Darlington Speedway. Real racing is returning in 14 days, ladies and gentlemen. But to soothe you over and keep you guys entertained in the meantime, we will be doing another one of our simulated races to replicate what the finishing results might have been like if they were still racing at Dover in real life, like they should have been today before the outbreak started. So we are going to get started with that in just a moment. Right before we do, I got to give a huge shout out to our very special supporters that make these streams and videos possible. First and foremost, thanks to Adria Fitzy, Jay Barker, Drive-Thru, Kingster Cole, Tanglewolf09, Bloxysaurus Rex, Tom Davin, and Tipman92 for your Patreon support. And then to Tanglewolf09, Bloxysaurus Rex, Kingster Cole, and Spider-Man Fan for your support through YouTube membership. I truly appreciate it from each and every one of you. And without further ado, the moment you guys have all been waiting for, we won't wait any longer. We will get right into the race. We'll take a look at what the qualifying order is and get started with 400 grueling laps here at the Monster Mile. All right, so we got Clint Boyer starting on the inside line, and then we got Joey Logano on the outside. Let's accelerate to around 30 seconds ago. Perfect. Perfect. Where's TV1? There we go. All right, so front row is Clint Boyer and Joey Logano. Second row is Denny Hamlin and Chris Buescher. Third row is Kevin Harvick, Alex Bowman. Fourth row is Bubba Wallace and Ryan Blaney. Two best buds starting side by side, and then rounding out the top 10. Whoa! There's the command. And rounding out the top 10 is Kyle Busch and Jimmy Johnson. So last week, we got a crazy finish on the final lap. It's the final lap pass. Daniel Suarez taking the lead away from Ross Chastain. Crazy final lap. Pass right in the tri-oval. You guys can go check out that stream if you haven't seen it. So making his first start in nearly 2 years in the NASCAR Cup Series. Back in the 42 car is Matt Kenseth. Filling in for Chip Ganassi Racing. Matt Kenseth coming out of retirement in that number 42 car. Ross Chastain is back in the 77 for the Cup ride for this race. And here they round through turns 3 and 4. The pace car is pulling off. We are about to go green, ladies and gentlemen. I see the chat is frozen. I'll unfreeze it shortly after the start, I promise. And we are green at Dover International Speedway. So Denny Hamlin, that inside line, gets a great jump. Bubba Wallace is climbing into the top 5. Alright, real quick, I'm going to go... It's going to freeze the screen for a sec, but I'm unfreezing the chat. There we go. Got a little bit of frame issues going on, but my computer ain't what she used to be. We got Denny Hamlin right on the bumper of Clint Boyer for the lead. Oh, here he comes, making a move. Denny Hamlin, one of the experienced iRacers that we've been seeing lots of in these Pro Invitational Series races. Trying to make a move on Clint Boyer for the top spots. Still side by side for the lead. Can Kevin Harvick get up there and push either one of them? Side by side for the lead for about a lap and a half now. You love to see it. Oh, Denny has to check up a little bit coming out of turn 4. That allows Clint Boyer to clear him. Let's go from spectator cam. Ooh, got some nice cameras here. I like the spectator cams in this track. Yeah, hopefully we don't have any lag issues. Windows Media Player stopped working. Lovely. Sorry. Sorry, it's just... Window popped up. There we go. So Clint Boyer, our pole sitter, still out front. Joey Logano, who started in second place, is back fighting for fourth. So back and take a look for the side-by-side battle for fourth place between Joey Logano and Chris Buescher. Chris Buescher gets him cleared. Logano back to fifth. Great battle so far. Man, Joey Logano, he's just dropping spots in that outside line. Unable to get down and get clear. So who is in last place right now? Who's the last car? Rockbeard, where are you at? 53, Joey Gase. Alright, so back. Let's check out the battle for the lead for a little bit. Let's try on board with Clint Boyer. We'll take a look at the view facing his rear bumper. That's what he's seen looking back. Got Denny Hamlin in second place lurking. You got his teammate Kevin Harvick in the catbird seat. Let's ride on board with Denny Hamlin, our second place car. So look at turns 3 and 4. Denny get down to the bottom and try to stick his nose underneath. They were side by side for about 2 laps for the lead, but then Denny had to back off and Clint has been cleared ever since. Top 3 all nose to tail. You could cover them with a blanket. Lap traffic is going to play a factor pretty quickly at a track like this. Guys, just remember the chat on the screen is a privilege. I can turn it off at any second. Oh, we got a caution. Please behave in the chat. Please and thank you. We got a caution. Oh, no. It's Cold Custard. He is done. He's going to be done for the day. Our first caution comes out early on lap 11. Lap 10, actually. What on earth happened? Oh, wow. Big pileup on the front stretch. Big pileup. Alright, so they are 3 wide with Kurt Busch, Matt DiBenedetto, and Ryan Blaney coming out of turn 4. That ain't gonna work. Kurt Busch pushes up. Oh, he just squeezes DiBenedetto. He hooks Ryan Blaney. Blaney's gonna hit the inside wall hard head on. Kurt's gonna come back up the track. Does he get hit? Oh, yes, he gets hit by Ross Chastain. And Chastain gets clobbered by the 41 car. So the 71, the 1, and the 41 probably got the worst of that. The 41 in particular. So already a caution out. Let's take a look at what's going on at the pit stops. There's Clint Boyer. He's going to probably easily come out of the pits in the lead here. Oh, Chase Elliott. Oh, man. Chase Elliott beats him off pit road. Clint Boyer stays second. Denny Hamlin stays behind him in third, but Chase Elliott wins the race off of pit road. Benedetto didn't look like he had too much damage in that. Let's go back and ride on board with Matt DiBenedetto for that incident. Yeah, he's fine. He'll be on the lead lap. I don't think he got too much damage in that. It was Blaney, Kurt Busch, Cole Custer, and Ross Chastain were the 4 cars that got the worst damage out of that. Alright, so let's ride on board with Matt DiBenedetto for this. He just gets squeezed in the middle 3 wide. There's nowhere he could go. Awesome. Dillon squeezes by. Let's take a look at that from his rear chase. Yeah, after these 2 guys get hooked, he escapes and he doesn't get any more damage after that. Ross Chastain and Ryan Blaney are probably still going to be on the track, but they're going to be slow. Alright, so Matt Benedetto isn't that far back. Alright, 41 is out as expected. Matt Benedetto's still like in the top 15 after that wreck. But Chase Elliott wins the battle off pit road in our first caution of the race. Let's go on board with Chase for this. First pit stop. Alright, he comes into the pits like 6th or 7th. Does he only take 2 tires, or does he just do a really fast pit stop? Alright, so he comes in. Right sides. Oh, he only did right sides, yeah. That's how he won the race off pit road. He only did 2 sides. Alright. The lights are off on the pace car. We are going green this time by. View from our Goodyear helicopter. So Chase Elliott in the UniFirst Chevrolet Camaro number 9 car out front. Leading laps here at Dover at a track that he won at last year. Was that last year or was that 2018? I think it was last year. Don't look now, but Bubba Wallace is in 4th place. Jimmy Johnson's back up to the top 10. And yeah, basically the 5th row is how we started this race. The 5th row starting was Kyle Busch and Jimmy Johnson. That's exactly what it is now. Alright. So coming through turns 3 and 4, the pace car is off the track. We are going green this time. Looking for the green flag. Green is out. Chase Elliott gets a good jump. Denny Hamlin right on Clint Boyer's bumper. Real quick, I want to go back and see what these slow cars are going to be like. Ross Chastain looks like he has the worst damage out of the 3. He's missing his back end, but none of them are too off the pace yet. They're probably going to be a little slow, but nothing too concerning yet. They're not, like, really lagging behind, so that's a good sign. Side by side for 2nd place between Denny Hamlin and Clint Boyer. Clint Boyer clears Denny. Denny has to shuffle back into 3rd. Bubba Wallace in 4th place. Stalking those top 3. Seeing if they can possibly mess up. And oh, I see we're 3 wide back here. Don't do it again. We're good. We're good. What's all those top 3 are single file. This kind of just right along back around 10th or so, where this pack is going crazy right now. Uh-oh, 3 wide. You don't want to see it. Oh, Chris Buescher pulling off into the pits. De Benedetto, you think he would have learned. He's sticking his nose underneath Bowman trying to go 3 wide, but he backs off. Man, there's going to be another wreck here. You just know there's going to be another wreck back here. Let's go back up to the front. Still the same running order as when we left them. Let's right on board with the leaders for a bit. Clint Boyer has closed the gap, and right as I say that, he dives down to the inside and takes away the lead from Chase Elliott. Clint Boyer on those 4 freshies versus Chase Elliott with the 2 tires. This is it was only about a 10-lap run before that caution came out, but keep in mind, this is a concrete track, so this thing likes to eat up tires. It hasn't been repaved in a while. It's the Monster Mile, baby. Denny Hamlin passes Chase Elliott into 2nd place. Taking advantage of Chase Elliott only having those right side tires on the last pit stop. Meanwhile, let's go on board with Bubba Wallace, who's looking to possibly take advantage of either one of them and get himself up into the podium spot. In that badass looking U.S. Air Force Chevrolet Camaro. So I thought, right when I thought Denny had Chase cleared, Chase is fighting back. And that's allowing Bubba to get right up close to them. And up here we got a lap car of Chris Buescher that we saw pit for some reason. made an unscheduled pit stop, but aside from coming out of the pits in front of the leaders, he doesn't seem to be too off the pace, but he is a lap down for making that unscheduled pit stop under green. And meanwhile, let's go back and follow on board with the leader, who's up to a comfortable lead now. Bubba Wallace trying to pass Chase Elliott on the inside to take away third spots. I believe Bubba has 4 fresh tires. I'm not completely sure. As long as he's got that push from behind, from Harvick and Johnson, he's got that inside line. He should have Chase cleared here in a few turns. Or 1. Bubba Wallace up to the 3rd spot. Denny's starting to track Boyer down slowly but surely. So they're still not closing in on that lap car of the 17 too quickly. So I shouldn't have to worry about him being a hazard. So while the top 3 are running where they are, let's go back and look for the battle for the top 5. As they're double file back here. Chase Elliott, Kevin Harvick side by side. So Chase Elliott took only 2 tires in that last stop. Tried to take some advantage of track position, but unfortunately that's seeming to hurt him as he's now dropping spots under this green flag run. You can see in the background there, the leaders are starting to close in on the lapped car of Chris Buescher. But he just came out of the pits. He's not really damaged. He's not too off the pace. Great side-by-side battle here still for 4th place between Kevin Harvick and Chase Elliott. Harvick's going to have a little bit of an advantage on the bottom. Man, they're still about even. Meanwhile, back in the pack, it looks like they're 3 wide. Not yet. Not yet. Do NR 2003 career mode. I might do a season at some point. I've been thinking about that. So Chase just dropping spots. Jimmy up to the top 5 after passing his teammate. Jimmy Janssen up into the top 5 spot. Look at that gaggle of cars behind him, and he's just got clear track up to the top 4 right in front of him. Let's go on board with Denny Hamlin, our 2nd place car, as he's trying to close down Clint Boyer. So they are catching Chris Buescher, but he's not too off the pace. He shouldn't be that big of a hazard when they catch him. So as we follow along with the 2 leaders here, they're starting to get a little bit of a comfortable lead from 3rd on back. Bubba Wallace still sitting comfortably in the 3rd spot. Kevin Harvick 4th. Jimmy Johnson 5th. There's no stages in this. This is just basically old school points format. No stages. Alright, so you can see they're closing in on the 17. That's going to slow them down a little bit when they catch them. Hopefully shouldn't be too big of a hazard, but it will impact them, I can guarantee, ever so slightly. It's our longest green flag run of the race so far. The first one was about 10 laps. We've gone about 12 or 13 here since the last restart. Jimmy Johnson up to 4th, it looks like, in the background. This is not multiplayer. This is all AI. This is a complete simulated race using accurate real-life data for the ratings for the drivers. Jimmy Johnson up to 4th. Trying to track down Bubba Wallace to get that 3rd spot. Denny Hamlin's closing in. Right as they are catching the lap car of Chris Buescher, Denny is closing in. Let's go on board with Clint Boyer. So you look out the back of his car facing Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin's been just right there this entire race. Hasn't really allowed Clint Boyer to pull away at all. He has been right there. Speaking of right there, here comes the 17 of Chris Buescher, who's a lap down. Who's about to go 2 laps down unless a caution comes out shortly. Did I see a car stopped on the track there, or was that just an object? We'll see when we go next time by. That's probably going to help Denny once Clint Boyer catches this lapped car. If that slows Clint up even just a little, that's going to allow... Oh no, that was just the wheel-in sign I saw on the track. That wasn't the stop car. Never mind. False alarm. Alright, so Chris Buescher, he wasn't in an accident or anything, I don't believe. He just made an unscheduled pit stop shortly after this green flag run started, and that put him a lap down, and he's about to go 2 laps down. How many cars are out? Only one so far. Cole Custer suffered that big damage in that first accident, but he's the only one out. There are still 35 cars left on track, 34 on the lead lap. And here comes Denny. Looking side by side right as they're catching the lapper. How's this going to work out? Denny's probably going to have to back off the gas here. That's going to allow Clint to get the run on the outside. Yep. But Clint's also going to be catching that 17 first. Yeah, Denny has to back off just a little bit. You can see just having to get off the gas just for a quarter of a second coming out of the turn. You can see all that ground he lost that he built up over these last 15-20 laps. Alright, we are officially complete with 10% of the race. 40 laps complete. 360 to go. At this 400-mile and lap event here at the Monster Mile. So this is going to be interesting. As long as the leaders are getting held up by Chris Buescher, start paying attention to the split time from third on back and see if they can close in at all. Oh, that time Jimmy Johnson lost a 1/10 of a second or so. Let's see if he can close in at all now they're stuck behind Chris Buescher. Denny Hamlin's still right there on his tail. He is not allowing Clint to pull away at all. Jimmy Johnson's split time remained exactly the same between this lap and the last one. 2.9 seconds. But yeah, as long as Denny and Clint start battling and they're stuck behind Chris Buescher, third on back's going to start to catch up. Alright, 2.9 seconds. 2.92. Oh, he lost 2/100ths. Did Jimmy and Kyle Busch. So there's not too many other slow cars, I don't think. Let's take a look at the, Yeah, the next closest car back is Ross Chastain. He's only 11 seconds back. Denny and Clint side by side, as long as they're doing this through the turn. Watch this split time Jimmy Johnson builds on them this coming lap. Clint Boyer is still with the advantage on the outside. Looks like he's going to have the run. Indeed he does. What's that going to do for Jimmy's split time in third place? He gained about a 1/10 back that time as they're battling side by side. Not sure what the exact fuel window is for cars at this track. I'm guessing it's somewhere around like 90 or 100 laps under green. Have to make them pit like 2 to 3 times if it stayed green. That's just a guess. Don't take my word on that. That's simply a guess. But Clint and Denny still stuck behind Chris Buescher. This is definitely shaking things up a bit. Jimmy and Kyle losing ground even though they're stuck behind this lapper. That's surprising. Here comes Clint. He's going down to the outside to try to pass Chris Buescher, but is Buescher and Hamlin going to get the run on the outside here? They do. Denny to the lead that time just by a nose. by 2/100ths of a second. Denny's going to have the advantage on the outside here, most likely. Unless Boyer can clear him. Yeah, that was almost one of the worst things Boyer could have done, is try to go low to pass the lap car, because now he's stuck on the inside. And based on these runs, that doesn't seem to be where you want to be. Now, Hamlin leading these last 2 laps. Jimmy's only 2.7 seconds behind now. He's gaining. Oh, but they're side by side too. That's not going to let them catch up any sooner, as long as 3rd and 4th are side by side. Boyer gets Hamlin clear. I'm surprised on the bottom. I'm surprised. So 3rd place on back is 2.74 seconds. Doing fine, Alex. Thanks for asking. Man, this battle for the lead couldn't be any closer if we wanted it to be. About 30, 35 laps into this green flag run, and they're still just nose to tail. Kyle Busch, meanwhile, in the background, has squeaked past Jimmy Johnson, moved his way up to 3rd place. It looks like Jimmy's going to fall back to 4th, and Joey Logano might take over the 4th spot. Or Jimmy might fall back to 5th, excuse me. I think I said 4th. So 50 laps in, 350-ish to go. Here at the Monster Mile, what kind of lap times are they running? I don't know, let's manually count, since I don't know where the counter is for lap times. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 12, 13, 15, 16. Around 25-ish second laps, according to my timer there. At least for the leaders. Counting with Cody H Gaming. How many cars pitted on the first caution? Basically all of them. What paint scheme was Chase run for this race? I selected him to run the UniFirst scheme. That one. So that's what Chase has got right now, as he's sitting in 7th place. Respectable spot right now. Oh, Clint Boyer's officially made his way past Chris Buescher. It looks like Denny Hamlin will as well. Then he just needs to get completely clear of Chris. He should there. There he goes. So Chris Buescher is now 2 laps down. I can only imagine the chaos that's going to happen when we see our first round of green flag pit stops, as there's slow cars coming out of turn 2, trying to merge up onto the backstretch, like right in front of the full speed cars. We're probably going to see a lot of cautions under the green flag pit stops. Let's take a look at Clint Boyer as he looks back, facing 2nd place, Denny Hamlin. So no one else is really at risk of going a lap down yet. Next closest is Ross Chastain, but he's about 7-8 seconds away from going a lap down. Here's Ross Chastain and Ryan Newman. They're going to be the first cars battling to stay on the lead lap once the leaders catch them. Now Denny's starting to close in just ever so slightly. Excuse me. Like I said, Denny, although he hasn't been able to get past Clint for long, as long as Clint's been staying out front, he has not been able to pull away from Hamlin at all. Denny Hamlin starting to reel Clint Boyer back in. Gained 3/100ths of a second that lap. Kyle Busch stays about 2.7 seconds back. I think he stayed the exact same split time between this lap and the last one. So I imagine we won't be seeing the first round of green flag pit stops any later than around a lap 120. So I can't imagine they'll be able to go more than like 55, 60 laps before they're going to need to pit under green. Oh, Denny's got to run. He's peeking to the outside. Not quite there. He has to back off. He's still right on the bumper, though. Let's go on board with Denny Hamlin in this pursuit for the lead. He is right there. Denny is right there. Oh, he has to back off just ever so slightly. Oh, there's a caution! Caution! Where is it? What happened? Who did it? Who done it? Who done it? I want names. I want names. Who was it? I don't see anyone stopped. What? Caution is out on lap 65. But for what? Where's the pace car? Shoot, I went the wrong way. Why is the pace car parked like on the wall? Alright, there's right when the lights go on. So let's cycle through the field and see what caused this. Where is the incident? You guys see anything? Here, I'll look at the speeds and make sure no one's like off the pace. Except for the pace car. Alrighty, competition caution it is, I guess. Did the pace car glitch out? Is it because he's like stuck on the barrier there? Really weird. Really weird. Alright. Let's check in with the leaders as they're going through the pits. So they just got out of the pit stops. Same running order, it looks like. Phantom debris caution, yeah. I guess so. 77. Yeah, he's damaged from the first wreck, but he wasn't off the pace, was he? Yeah, the 77, we know he was damaged from the first wreck. But, I don't think he was the cause of the caution. Yeah, I mean, he's damaged from the first wreck, but he was still going. He's still on the lead lap. Only just that little bit of rear end damage. Maybe something fell off from Chastain's car and brought out the caution, let's say that. Some debris fell off of the 77 and brought out the second caution of the day. So we're only going to have one car be starting in the inside line, that is Chris Buescher, and he is not off the pace at all, so this shouldn't be an issue. So if he can get in front of the leaders on this restart, and a caution comes out, and he can stay in front of them, he will get a lap back. Right now there's only one car off the track that is Cold Custard in the 41. There's only one car a lap down on the track that is Chris Buescher in the 17. So there's still 40, no, not 40, 34 cars, excuse me, on the lead lap. We're going one to green this time by. You're going to see Chris Buescher pull up on the inside line right up alongside Boyer. So that's how they did these restarts back in the day. The lap down cars that go on the inside line. That's just how it used to be. Where's Buescher? There he is. Alright, so everyone went into the pits this time. Lap 69, nice. We're not even a quarter of the way done with this race yet. Alright, pace car pulls off. Gonna have a restart here on the lap 70. Still the same top three running order as before the caution came out. Boyer, Hamlin, Busch. You got Johnson and Logano. Matt Benedetto, who was involved in that first wreck, he's up into the top 10. Don't rule him out. The green flag comes back out. Green. We are back underway at the Monster Mile. So yeah, the 17's a lap down, but he's not off the pace at all, so he shouldn't be blocking anyone here. Or be too big of a hazard. I shouldn't say blocking anyone, but... Uh-oh, 3 wide. We've seen what happened when that happens. Jimmy Johnson looking for the lead! They're 3 wide for the lead right now. Oh! Contact! They keep it together. They keep it together. And through that, Kyle Busch pulls out into the lead. What a move. Keep in mind, the 17 is not on the lead lap. He's 2 laps down. Everyone else is on the lead lap. Just disregard the 17 car. What's up, Brenston? Alexandro, Hunter, Jacob, Nukeman, Bush Guido, SW, Trop. Appreciate you all tuning in. What a first lap on that restart. That was crazy. Jimmy Johnson still trying to get second. They need to get by the 17, though. 17. Oh, someone just went to the pits, I think. There's no caution. But someone just went to the pits. Who was that? Denny! What? One of the race contenders making an unscheduled pit stop. He's going to go a lap down. What? Oh, no. Oh, so's Clint. What? What is going on? Why are these guys pitting under green when there's just a pit stop or caution? The 2 leaders before the caution or before the race resumed green are now in for unscheduled pit stops. And Kyle Busch just has a dominating lead right now because he's able to get past Buescher and everyone else is checking up for those cars making those unscheduled pit stops behind him. What a mess. So far, still green. Let's see if Johnson can start to close in. There's some interesting strategy. Just voluntarily going a lap down. I don't get it. That just gave the race to Kyle Busch on a silver platter. Jimmy's starting to close in a little bit. He's got the draft from Buescher and company. While Kyle don't have any draft. Here comes Jimmy. Jimmy's closing in. He gained like 2.5 tenths of a second that last lap. Jimmy's looking. And here comes Logano in 3rd place. Jimmy gained about another 1/10.5. He's gaining. Jimmy is gaining. Chase Elliott and Joey Logano still going side by side for 3rd place. And then here's these guys that just went a lap down. Now they're fighting side by side. Chris Buescher looking to the inside of Kyle Busch. That's going to slow him down a little bit if he can get his nose underneath there. Here comes Jimmy. Jimmy trying to win his first race in 2 years, basically. Goes down to the bottom. Can he clear Busher? He can. Jimmy with a rocket of a car right now. Look at him. Move. He's going to make a move for the lead here. If he can hold that bottom and get a good run. Kyle's going to have the advantage on the top. Oh, another caution. What? Oh, this is a pileup. This one ain't a phantom one. Look at the tire marks. This one ain't a phantom one. Who was that involved? That better not have been another phantom caution. I think Ross Chastain might have been involved. He looks like he's got more damage. And he's slow, yeah, I think. Yep. Alright. So this one was not a phantom caution. A couple of the slower cars that were involved in the earlier wrecks get together on the front stretch. Going 3 wide. Quinn, keep it straight, buddy. You got it. Quinn with minimal damage in that. Ross Chastain keeps it off that inside wall. He saves it before he smacks it inside wall. Just barely. So another caution. So here are the pit stops. Why is Kyle Busch so far behind some of these cars? What happened to Kyle? Oh, he pitted already. Okay. Jimmy Johnson wins the race off pit road. He's going to be in the lead. Jimmy! Jimmy wins the race off pit road and will cycle through into the lead. Let's go back and take another look at that wreck. Let's ride on board with Quinn. Actually, let's ride on board with Kurt, because he was the one in the middle. Alright, so he gets squeezed. There's nowhere for Kurt to go. Oh, he avoids making contact with Ross the second time. Minimal damage. They got damage, but it was minimal. Shouldn't be too bad. So while Kyle Busch remains near the lead, his brother Kurt is having a rough day, involved in a couple of cautions already. We're not even a lap 100 yet. Alright, so we're probably going to be going 1 to go this next time by. There's going to be 3 cars now starting in the inside line. That'll be the 17, the 11, and the 14. So many cautions. So many cautions. Yeah, this is our 3rd one. We're not even 100 laps in. The second caution of which was a phantom one. We couldn't find anything on the track that brought it out. We concluded it was debris. Alright, there's the 1 to go sign. Pace lights are off. There you go. See Clint Boyer and Denny Hamlin rolling up on the inside line shortly. There they are. So Chris Buescher will be fighting to get a lap back because he's 2 down. But Clint and Denny will be fighting to get back on the lead lap because they're only 1 down. So can Jimmy hold off the lead, or hold on to the lead, I should say, on this next restart? Restarting on lap 85. Roughly 316 laps to go. Pace car pulls off. Oops. into the Geico restart zone. Looking for the green flag. Green flag is out. We are back underway here at the Monster Mile. Chris Buescher gets a good jump. He desperately wants a lap back. So does Boyer. Look at that. Boyer and Hamlin. If they can stay like this, and if a caution comes out, they'll get their laps back. Oh, they're 3 wide for the lead. Between Harvick, Jimmy, and Kyle Busch. That is 3 wide right there between the 4, the 18, and the 48. The 17, the 11, and the 14 are laps down. Oh, Jimmy's dropping. He's stuck on the outside. Jimmy's dropping. Meanwhile, who's in the lead? Disregard the 14, the 11, and the 17. Everyone else is on the lead lap. It looks like Kevin Harvick. Oh, contact! Oh my goodness, that was so close to a caution. The 17 bumped the 18, then the 18 got hooked on the 22. Oh, that was close. Oh, here comes Denny. I don't know why these guys are going side by side. They should just be trying their best to work together to stay in front of the 4. Because the more the 14 and the 11 stay side by side, it's going to hurt their chances of staying in front of the 4 and thus staying on the lead lap. So as long as Denny and Clint, are ahead of Harvick, there's only 1 car lap down, but looks like Denny might get past here unless Denny can get the run on the outside, which he may. Tyler Reddick up to 3rd out of nowhere. What? The beast! Just carving his way through the field. All of a sudden he's looking at a podium spot right now. Look at that. Oh, careful. We're good. Back with Harvick. So once again, the 14 and the 11, as long as they can stay ahead of Harvick, they are technically on the lead lap. So if a caution were to come out right now, they would wave around and go back to the tail end, I believe. So Denny and Clint, excuse me. Denny and Clint praying for a caution right now. Reddick up to P3. Still. Now he's going to track down Logano, see if he can take away 2nd place. Yeah, there's something up with Buescher. He's not too slow, but just mechanically he's not up to speed with the rest of the leaders. So it's got Denny and Clint just praying for a caution right now, hoping they can stay in front of Harvick by the time a yellow comes out. You can see 2, possibly 3 wide back there, around 15th, 20th position. As long as Harvick and Logano are going side by side, that's going to allow Denny and Clint to get a little breathing room. How much is Harvick going to try to get past his own teammate to put him a lap down? That's the question. That is the question. So still Harvick, Logano, Reddick, 1, 2, 3. Got Kyle Busch back there in 4th, but he's got Buescher in between him and 3rd place. Oh, here comes Harvick trying to put Denny a lap down. Looks like Denny's going to have the run on the outside. That's going to allow Logano to catch up to the 4. Denny doing everything in his power to stay clear of that 4 car, stay ahead of him. So he does not want to go a lap down. Denny gets the run. He's able to clear him easily. And Clint, that's given him... Why do I keep saying... I almost said Kurt again. I did actually say it properly that time. Clint gains a little bit of breathing room with those 2 going side by side for a lap or so. Harvick and Logano side by side for the lead. This is the battle for the lead right here. The 22 and the 4 battling it out for the top spot here at the... I almost said the Milwaukee Mile, the Monster Mile. So no caution yet, but the 11 and the 14 are starting to gain a little bit of ground. And pull away a little bit from those leaders and stay on the lead lap comfortably. While the 4 and the 22 are going side by side, here comes the 8 trying to take advantage. Tyler Reddick, the beast. Side by side with Busher back there, but he should have him cleared on the outside. So Harvick, the closer, always seems to find himself in the lead in these NR2003 Sunday simulations I've been doing. I think he's led at least all these races at least at some point. So Harvick needs a little bit of clearance from Logano. He's trying to track those cars he wants to put a lap down again. Uh-oh. Who was that? Ricky Stenhouse, I believe, might have made an unscheduled pit stop. He did, yeah. So Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is at risk of going 2 laps down. He's currently a lap down because he made an unscheduled pit stop. And we are 100 laps complete. 100 down, 300 to go. Well, things have calmed down just relatively as of right now. Let's go on board with Joey Logano as he tries to reel back in Kevin Harvick. How do I feel about the Packers taking Jordan Love? Don't get me started. I'm not really upset with the Jordan Love move more than I'm upset with Brett Favre in the last week or so, going around on this freaking online media tour, just going around talking about Rodgers' future plans, speaking on his behalf like he's his goddamn agent or something. Favre, just because you were stirring up a bunch of drama 15 years ago when you were with the Packers doesn't mean you need to be doing that now. Alright, sorry, rant over. Back to NASCAR. Kevin Harvick desperately trying to put these 2 cars in front of him a lap down. Hamlin and Clint Boyer. But the thing is, the moment he goes down to the inside line to try to pass him, the cars on the outside have the advantage coming out of the corner exit. What's up, Marker? Here comes Harvick trying to put Denny a lap down. Can Denny get a good run on the outside line here? He can clear him, and that's going to allow Joey Logano to get to the outside. What kind of run can Joey get here? Joey might have led that lap. He did by 0.01 of a second. Now, Brett Favre caused enough drama when he was towards the end of his tenure at the Packers. He doesn't need to be doing it now, 15 years later, speaking on someone else's behalf like he knows what their future plans are going to be. Favre, just because you got all soured after you were on the fence about retiring for 5 years, and then they finally decided to move on, and then you came back, demanded your job back, they didn't give it to you, and then you got all sour and went to a rival team just so you could stick it to the Packers, doesn't necessarily mean Rodgers is going to do that. So calm down, Favre. I love you. You're my childhood hero, but stop creating drama. Anyway, NASCAR. Joey Logano into the lead. He clears Kevin Harvick, and meanwhile back here we got a battle for third shaping up between the Beast and Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch clears him. Tyler Reddick shuffles back to 4th place. Chase Elliott there on the outside line, trying to make something happen. Peeking to the outside of his teammate. Files back in single in line. Anytime anyone tries to pass Hamlin under the bottom, Hamlin gets a good run off the corner exit. Is able to stay clear of the leaders. Harvick can't win this one, too. I think he's only won, like, 1 or 2 of these. I think only 1. Oh, Joey Logano. Trying to put his rival down. A lap down. After that infamous scuffle last year at Martinsville Speedway in the playoff race. I still think that was a wimpy move of Logano. Denny was sitting there trying to make a point. He like sticks his finger up. He's like, "Hey, let me say something." Then Logano slaps him in the shoulder and runs away. It's like, "Oh, I barely touched him." I was like, "No, dude, you know what you were doing. You tried to slap him, make contact, make physical contact, try to assert yourself as the dominant one, and then expect him not to do anything in return." And Hamlin thought otherwise. So Logano up to the lead. I'll never forget that that scuffle last year between Hamlin and Logano at Martinsville. I'll never forget the voice of that crew member guy, or that official that's just the whole time trying to break him up, just going, "Stop! Stop! Stop! Stop!" I will never forget that. When I think of the Pro Invitational race, it was interesting. It was fun. The Indy 500 race and the IndyCar thing yesterday was much more exciting. As at least more dramatic. There's more drama going on. So Hamlin trying to get his lap back. If a caution comes out right now, Clint Bowyer will remain on the lead lap, but Denny Hamlin will not. It's just short track racing. So as I usually do with these long streams around the halfway point of this race, I'll be taking a short intermission. Basically to pee and try to crack my back to make sure it doesn't go stiff and stay in the same spot. Make sure my vertebrae don't fuse together, basically. Speaking of break, I'll be back in literally a minute. I just need to go grab some ibuprofen. I got a slight headache coming on, so I'm just gonna go grab some ibuprofen quick before it gets any worse. I'll be back in literally a minute, guys. Thanks for sticking around. I'm back. Told you it wouldn't be long. Told you it wouldn't be long. Joey Logano trying to peek on the outside of Bowyer. He wants to put him a lap down. All these strong cars that were contending early in the race, he wants as few of those cars on the lead lap as possible. So that much less competition. So right as I say that, here comes Logano peeking to the bottom. What kind of run can Bowyer get on the outside? These two being side by side is going to allow Hamlin and Harvick to close in. What are they going to do when they catch up? Bowyer's still with the advantage on the outside. If Hamlin can get to the outside. Still side by side. He's got the 22's trying to put the 14 a lap down. He's trying to stay ahead of the 11 to keep him a lap down. The only 4 or 3 cars a lap down are the 14, the 11, and the 17. So disregard those cars for position. All the other cars are on the lead lap. Yeah, the 17, the 11, and then the 14 technically. Or not technically, but he should be a lap down soon if he gets passed by Logano. Then they're catching up on the 47 of Stenhouse, who was another car that made an unscheduled pit stop under green. They're catching him quickly. How many videos have you made? Streams and uploads. Roughly around 1,200, 1,250, 1,300, somewhere around there. So basically like 300 a year for the last like 3 or 4 years. Yeah, I have around like 1,200, 1,250 videos and streams. Logano better get out of the lead. Well, he's got Hamlin trying to at least get his lap back. If Hamlin can get a good run on Logano, he can pass him again. Logano diving down to the inside of Bowyer, trying to put him a lap down. See, Logano's still just stuck in this lap car sandwich. What's Stenhouse? How is Stenhouse going to impact this battle for the lead once they catch him? Is Stenhouse going to get out of the way, or is he going to be live up to the reputation that precedes him? Logano still just trying to fight to get out of this lap car sandwich. Harvick's sitting there peeking, trying to catch up past Hamlin. Hamlin's trying to get past Logano to get back on the lead lap. Bowyer's trying to keep Logano behind him to stay on the lead lap. I'm guessing once they catch Stenhouse there, it's gonna shake things up a little bit. We've had 3 cautions already, so we haven't gone long enough to see the chance to get a green flag pit stop yet. Denny Hamlin with a decent run on the outside. Harvick has to fall back a little bit. Oh, Logano peeking on the outside. If he can get on the outside, that might be the end of Clint being on the lead lap. Yep. It looks like Clint's probably going to go a lap down here in a couple laps. Because Logano's going to get the outside, and he's going to get the good run coming off the turns. Unless Bowyer can clear him back. Oh, he does. Wow. Oh, and that's allowing Hamlin to catch back up. Hamlin desperately trying to get his lap back. He's got a push from Harvick. Oh, he's going to get a bad corner exit. Yep, Logano clears him. And Jamie up to the top 5. Reddick's still in the top 4. You love to see it. There's still only 2 cars. Actually 3, not on the lead lap. There's 32 on the lead lap right now. Hamlin trying to get his lap back again. How long can Logano fight back on the outside line? So yeah, once they catch the lap traffic, they're not that slow, so they can't really pass them. They just kind of stay behind them almost as drafting help. But Hamlin's just trying his best to get a good run, get past the 22, and then just pray a caution comes out. The 14 is praying a caution comes out right now. 17 is also praying a caution comes out before they catch him, so he doesn't go an additional lap down. So once again, the only cars a lap down right now are almost the 14, the 11, and then the 17 back there. And the 47. Everyone else on track is on the lead lap. Hamlin peeking to the outside. Oh, I thought he was going to get there for a sec. If Hamlin could have gotten to the outside there, he could have possibly gotten cleared of Logano. I think this is probably the longest run we've had. Yeah, this is the longest run we've had without a caution. Because I think we restarted on lap 70. So we're almost gone 70 laps, and then the last caution was on lap 65. Then the one before that was on, like, lap 10. What is the stream about? We are doing a simulated running using all AI with realistic real-life data ratings applied to them. And we are simulating what the Dover race might have been like today had it not been canceled or postponed with the outbreak going on right now. Kyle Busch, don't look now, but he's catching up. He was about 2 seconds back not that long ago, now he's within a second. Still Logano stuck in this lapped car sandwich. Technically not a lap down yet. Clint Boyer right in front of him. He's fighting to stay on the lead lap. And he's got a lap down car of Hamlin right behind him fighting to get back on the lead lap. Then you got Harvick battling there for second place, trying to catch the leader. Chris Buescher's a lap down as well in the 17. And then the 18 is on the lead lap. They're catching some lap cars here shortly. This is going to be quite interesting. We got a little small convoy of lap traffic that they're catching up on. Led by Newman. Newman is still getting reacquainted to being back in the car after making his miraculous recovery and return from his frightening Daytona accident. Matt DiBenedetto, who was involved in the first wreck of the race, he's still in the top 10. There were 3 cautions so far. 2 crashes and then 1 phantom debris caution. And so we got a little conga line going on here for this little front pack. They're catching this next group of lap cars. This is going to shake things up. We might see a caution here once they catch these guys. Either that or when we have to do the first round of green flag pit stops. We've gone nearly 75 laps on this run because I believe we restarted on lap 70. I think. Oh, here comes Logano and company catching this slow pack. Where will they go? There's still a bunch of cars on the lead lap. We're like almost 150 laps into this thing, and there's still 32 cars on the lead lap. So that's a good sign. There's only 4 cars on track, not on the lead lap, and there's only 1 car that's DNF'd so far. Alright, so if Logano's being held up by these cars, that might, if Hamlin can get a good run on the outside, might be able to get around. Alright, so now that we're starting to catch lap traffic and we're starting to have to work our way through all these lappers, just remember that ticker up on the top left. Just look at that, reference that, in case you forget who's all on the lead lap. All those cars that you see up on the numbers that you see up on the top left for position, those are all the cars on the lead lap. If you don't see those cars up there, they're most likely not battling for the lead right now. Hamlin peeking to the outside. Oh, he's almost there. Oh, he almost got there. So the 22 is first place, and then the 4 is second place, the 18 is third. So look at the split time from around 5th on back now that they have all these cars caught. Look how quickly the split time is going to go down. Oh, wow. This is a caution waiting to happen right here, ladies and gentlemen. Just all these slow cars wadded up. Oh, here comes Hamlin. He dives down to the bottom. He gets his lap back for the moment. He gets his lap back for the moment. As long as Hamlin can stay in front of the 22. The 11 is officially back on the lead lap. The 11 is back on the lead lap. It's only 2 cars on track right now that are not a lap down. So if caution comes out right now and all these lappers can stay in front of the leaders, we should still have a huge group of lead lap cars. So Hamlin goes back a lap down, but Boyer... Oh, 3 wide. This ain't going to be good, folks. This ain't going to be good. Oh. Oh, not Matt Kenseth. Come on. Where... I messed up my key controls. Where is the lead pack? Here we go. Sorry, messed that up. Alright, Hamlin's still out front. Not Hamlin, excuse me, Logano. But here comes Kyle Busch into second place. He passed Kevin Harvick. Alright, now we're going to see a few more cars a lap down. Quinn in the 00 just went a lap down. You got the 96 at risk of going a lap down, the 14, the 6, and the 95 up there. Clint Boyer's still trying to fight back on the outside to stay on the lead lap. As long as Logano's held up by that lap traffic, Boyer should be able to get a decent run here. There he goes. Look at that run on the outside by Boyer, staying on the lead lap. Catching up to Ryan Newman, Daniel Suarez. Got Christopher Bell just a little ways up there. Clint Boyer just desperately trying to stay on the lead lap. He's been in this position for the last, like, 80, 85 laps. Just barely in front of the leaders, trying to stay in front of them, hoping a caution comes out. So far, he's doing a decent job. He's powering around the outside, getting past Suarez, and working his way on Ryan Newman. Danny Hamilton. Boyer around the outside. Gets clear of Ryan Newman, it looks like. Yes, he does. So there's still not that many cars a lap down, despite this massive wad of cars. There's still 30 cars on the lead lap. Look at that wad of cars back there. Next time they go 3 wide or the green flag pit stops have to happen, there's going to be a caution. Whichever comes first. Oh, the 17. Or not the 17, the 77. 3 wide. That's not good. The 77, please behave. Oh, that was close. That was close. Alright, we should be in the clear. At least for that group, not bringing out a caution. Where's our leaders at? Where's our leaders at? Where's our leaders? There's our leaders. Side by side. Joey Logano and Kyle Busch. Stuck behind lappers. Here comes Kevin Harvick, too. We got a top 3 under a blanket. Look how close that is. The 4, the 22, and the 18. Stuck behind Suarez and Newman, about to go a lap down. Man, look at that wad of cars. I'm surprised there hasn't been a caution yet. First time we have to do green flag pit stops, especially with this pack, there's going to be a caution. I can't imagine we'll have to go more than like 15, 20 more laps before we see a round of pit stops as long as we stay green. Ooh, uh-oh. 3 wide for a second, that made me nervous. Joey Logano, what a move around the outside to get clear of Suarez. It looks like he's going to be clear of Newman here. Joey Logano back out to the lead. I'll admit Kyle's attitude is slightly better than what it used to be, but that's not a very high bar to jump. Joey Logano and Kyle Busch now catching up on a few more lappers. Meanwhile, they're 3 wide back here. Let's be careful, boys. Let's be careful, boys. Oh, that was close. That was close. They keep going 3 wide. It's making me nervous. Joey Logano out front. Followed closely by Kyle Busch. We're about 90 or so laps into this green flag run. I can't imagine it'll be too much longer before we see the first round of green flag pit stops. Marker, that was a pretty unnecessary comment. Please don't say things like that again. Oh, they're 3 wide back there again. How long can they make this work? How long can they make that 3 wide work? We've seen they can't do it too long in the earlier instances. Just keep an eye on this pack. Man, how can they keep going 3 wide like this? This is crazy. This is crazy. Oh, there it is! Oh! Oh, they saved it! They saved it! What a... Almirola and Harvick got together, teammates, and they saved it. Let's go back to this. Let's go back to the helicopter view. Oh my goodness, I thought that was it. I thought that was it. I thought that was going to be it. So watch this. The 10 drifts up on the 4. Oh no, the 8 drifts up on the 10. And they all keep it together. The 4 gets a little bit of damage from that outside wall, but they all keep it together. Wow. And we remain green. Let's back up to the leaders, where it's a little bit more calm up here. Or can you watch this official stream, or is this replay? This is a AI simulation in NR2003 of what the race today could have been like if it didn't get postponed. So Logano side by side with the next car. He's trying to put a lap down. Christopher Bell, which it looks like he will do. But every second he's side by side with the 95, that's allowing the 18 to catch back up. They got to be doing green flag pit stops here shortly. They've been like on track for about 100 laps now. So Clint Bowyer still on the lead lap through this entire restart. Through this entire green flag run, he's just been barely stayed ahead of the leaders. Let's just keep an eye on the leaders here. Oh, pit stops. There's pit stops. We got our first cars in. We got the 47 and the 1. This is going to be interesting with cars coming in and out. We might see our next caution here. Alright, what's Logano going to do? It looks like he's slowing down. Not yet. But as there's cars coming back on the track on the back straightaway, this is gonna get hairy with all these cars coming off the track out of the pits. This is gonna start to get hairy in these next few laps. Here comes Logano. Kyle Busch stays out. He cycles into the lead. Let's follow along with Kyle Busch. So he's going to be catching a lot of these cars that are coming back out onto the track. I'll be amazed if they can get through this round of green flag pit stops with no caution. I'll be amazed. Kyle isn't coming in yet. He's staying out. He wants to put everyone a lap down and hope a caution comes out then. Meanwhile, there's some traffic back here, it looks like. Traffic mixed with cars coming out of the pits back out onto the track. That ain't a... It looks like they're able to merge cleanly, for the most part. I will be really surprised, though, if there's no caution through this round of pit stops. Here we got Matt Kenseth in the 42 car. I'll be incredibly surprised if we make this round of green flag pit stops with no caution coming out. So, Kyle Busch is still in the lead. Let's find out where he is. He's probably coming in this time. Yep, there he is. There he is. I am really surprised there haven't been more issues with the cars coming out onto the track on the backstretch. Color me shocked. I am really shocked there hasn't been any incidents. The 38 out front. Now it's the 2. Where's Brad Keselowski? Brad Keselowski is leading this race. He's into the pits right now, so he ain't going to be in the lead for long. Is Jimmy possibly going to cycle out to the lead? No, Jimmy hasn't pitted yet, I don't think, darn it. Uh-oh, side by side here. This ain't going to be good. Oh, Suarez got off the gas, so he wasn't side by side. Alright, where's Logano at? Because I think he's going to be the leader once everything cycles out. I am shocked there was no caution during that round of pit stops. Shocked. Now we got a bit more of a spread out field. More realistic to real life. So Logano's got about a 2-second lead on second place, which is Tyler Reddick. The Beast is officially in second place right now through that round of pit stops. They're gaining a little bit. Yeah, you can see second and third back there. As long as Logano side by side next to Austin Dillon, that's going to let them catch up a little bit. Slowly but surely. 2.7 seconds back, or 2.07, excuse me. 1.63, wow. They're gaining. You can see them side by side back there for second. Tyler Reddick with a Great performance so far, running in second place. It's pretty quiet right now, not too much to talk about until we see a battle for the lead going on. From 7th on back seems to be a thick battle. The 19, the 88, the 17, or the 13, excuse me, the 32. Corey LaJoy up to the top 10. Matt DiBenedetto in 5th. Matt DiBenedetto, after being involved in the first wreck of the race, he's crawled his way back up to 5th spot. Looks like Joey Logano starting to pull back away a little bit. Reddick didn't gain or lose much time in that last lap. In about 10-15 laps or so here, I'm going to take a quick bathroom break, stretch my back, and then we'll be back for part 2, second half of this race. As of right now, Reddick starting to gain a little bit of ground. Gained about a 10th that time. He probably will gain ground on Logano each lap until they catch those lapped cars, and then... So through that round of green flag pit stops, how many cars remain on the lead lap? There are still 25 on the lead lap. The next car at risk of going a lap down is Brendan Poole, which is right here. God, it's so warm in my room right now. The spot my house is in, the sun just beats like on this side of the house in this time of the day. So I got all my shades closed, I got a fan blowing on me, I'm wearing shorts, I'm wearing a t-shirt, I'm still freaking warm as heck right now. So Joey Logano still with a dominating performance, but when's the next time we're going to see a lead lap car make an unexpected pit stop under green like we saw before? Tyler Reddick lost about a 10th and a half of a second that last time. All right. Can I please find something other in the chat to talk about other than being banned and timeouts and unbanning and stuff like that? Seeing that stuff in the chat drives away future viewers. I know, because when I'm in a stream and people start arguing in the chat, I leave. So why would I expect any different of my viewers? Let's talk about what's going on in the race. What's going on in the NASCAR world. The Pro Invitational Series, the IndyCar Challenge yesterday. Anything other than talking about banning and unbanning and timeouts and stuff like that. Please. So now that Logano's trapped behind all these lappers, let's look at that split time this next lap around. So he's stuck behind him. Brendan Poole. Brendan Poole's the last car on the lead lap right now. Oh, wow. Tyler Reddick gained like a half a second on Logano that last lap. Tyler Reddick trying to get past the lap car of Austin Dillon back here. He's unable to. That's going to slow him down a little bit, but not any more slower than Logano is right now. Oh, Logano actually got by one of the lap cars. Still stuck behind Brendan Poole. Yes, you can talk about Heat 4. Talk about anything NASCAR related. There's no bickering, no ban talk, no unban talk, timeouts, all that. Just let's get along in the chat. It's pretty easy. It's pretty easy if you try. Yeah, I did not I did not like Santino Ferrucci's move in that race. That was a big-time clown move. I love the whole "it's just a game" excuse. It's alright, if it's just a game, why do you care that much to wreck someone out of the lead if it's only just a game? You can use your same argument right back at you. Yeah, that was annoying. It was, yeah, it's just a game, but it's also a televised broadcast where you're representing your actual sponsors, your actual race team, your actual persona is being, and attitude is being portrayed. Oh yeah, when Brennan Poole got screwed out of that Talladega win, after Logano yeeted himself throwing that aggressive block. Then he squeezed by at the end, but they threw the caution before they got to the start-finish line. It was dumb. If they're wrecking, if they're that close to the start-finish line, friggin' just let them race it. What's freezing the field gonna do at that point? Remember when Elliott Sadler was a full-time Cup Series regular? And he couldn't get any success, aside from a few wins. So then he went back to feeding on the Xfinity Series. Alright, so we are past the halfway point officially. 200 laps in, 200 laps to go. About a second here, so I'm gonna go take a quick potty break, and I'll be right back. Hey, what's up, doggo? Yeah, there were like 3 separate dumps that happened in that IndyCar challenge yesterday. Everyone was saying how that was Oliver Askew's race to win. But then no one's remembering that who was it? Was it Marcus Ericsson? I forgot, that took the lead on the the final corner. Like, he made that 3-wide pass on the backstretch and took the lead, and then he got dumped by Pato O'Ward. So Simon Pagenaud dumped Lando Norris. I think it was Pato O'Ward that dumped, I believe, Marcus Ericsson. And then yeah, the obvious one with Santino Ferrucci just flat out dumping Oliver Askew. That was some clownery in that IndyCar race. Yeah, the whole "it's just a game." It's like, oh yeah, why do you stop taking it seriously only when you know you're not going to win? How is it not just a game up to that point? And if you're going to think of it with an attitude of, oh, it's just a game, maybe you shouldn't be doing it on a televised broadcast where you're representing your actual real-life race team and sponsors. Sorry, rant over. Alright, now that we are officially past the halfway points, we're going to follow along with Logano and keep you up to date with the standings, the ticker up in the top left. I'm going to go take a quick break. I will be back in roughly 5 minutes or so thank you so much for sticking around, guys. I'll be back shortly. Enjoy this Crank It Up while I'm gone. I need to get a Crank It Up GIF download. If anyone has a Crank It Up GIF PNG that I can download to activate that while I take these breaks and do a Crank It Up. I've looked all over. I can't find like a GIF of the Crank It Up anywhere that has like a PNG background. If anyone knows, I would love to hear, but until then, we'll just be stuck with the no commentary, non-Crank It Up broadcast while I'm gone. Alright, I'm done rambling. I'll be back in a sec, guys. As promised, I have returned. Joey Logano still out front. Tyler Reddick about 2 seconds back. Lap 225. 175 to go this time by. Yeah, Tyler Reddick was closing in a little bit, but he's stuck behind his own lap traffic back there. Now that ground he gained, he's starting to lose. Since he's stuck behind Austin Dillon, Brennan Poole, Chris Buescher and company back there. Currently 21 cars on the lead lap. Clint Bowyer is the last car still on the lead lap. Clint Bowyer has been just on the lead lap like this entire run since basically lap 60 or 70 something, whenever that last restart was under green. I'm surprised after how quick we had those first few cautions that there haven't been any other ones since. I almost wouldn't mind another one of those phantom cautions coming out so I could restack the field again. That would be the worst thing. There is that software that exists where you can call a caution, but you have to be racing. So if you wanted to do it in one of these AI races, you could only like throw a stage caution or a competition caution once. Because once you get onto the track and then retire, or call a caution, then you'd have to retire to go back to spectating. Once you retire, you can't join back in. So I could theoretically in the future do like a competition caution once at the halfway point of these simulated races if we wanted to. I have to look into how to operate that software though. We haven't taken a good look at the action from the Goodyear helicopter yet, so let's take a look and just follow Joey Logano around a few laps. Big line of cars. Try not to go a lap down here. The 14, the 1, and the 12. If Logano gets past these guys, he's gonna have 3 more cars put a lap down. Oh, as long as he's stuck right behind Stenhouse, that's gonna allow Reddick to catch back up. Oh, that was Kurt Busch is slow. That's why he was able to get around him even on the inside. Logano still out front after a dominating performance. Clint Bowyer just went a lap down. If he can get past Logano and then have a caution come out, he should get his lap back. Kurt Busch trying to get his lap back on the outside. Looks like he's going to for now. Oh, 3 wide. How is this going to work out? How is this going to work out? Oh, they almost made contact. They did make contact. The 1 and the 12 did. I don't know if the 22 got hit at all. Oh, that was close. That was close. Let's go back on the helicopter view just so we can take a look at this action from high above. Tyler Reddick's back within a second or so. But that's not going to be for long because Joey Logano just got cleared of all this traffic and now Reddick's going to have to get through all of it. So there are now... for a while yet. I want to see 3 wide. So while Logano's stuck behind Newman, the question is, can any of these lap cars get to the outside line and work their way past Logano to get their lap back? Is it lagging, or was that just me switching the cameras around? Oh, it is. Shoot. I'll keep an eye on it. Okay. It's not for some people. If you're having issues, maybe try refreshing. If everyone is saying it was lagging, I would say it was me, but if it's just a couple people, maybe just YouTube browser's acting up, just try hitting refresh F5. So Logano is now clear of all that chaos, and he's got clear sailing in front of him. Smooth sailing. Back here, there's just a swarm of humanity. They might go 3 wide again at some point. So let's just take a look at... Let's keep an eye on this pack here. As long as these guys are all together, they definitely might go 3 wide at some point. Yeah, the next car at risk of going a lap down is Eric Jones, about 10 split time seconds away from Logano. I'll be right back. I just gotta go plug my laptop in real quick. I forgot to do that. I'll be back in like literally 20 seconds. Every day you get your t-shirt hooked on your microphone. Laptop is plugged in. We're not going to have it die anymore. Lovely. You love to see it. Thanks, Phil. There's another Moon Vision Invitational coming up in the near future. It's going to be the Skip Barber cars at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I think I'm going to partake in that one, too. Travis Brown, a.k.a. Moon Vision, Moonhead, sent out an open invite to Santino Ferrucci. And you know damn well if he accepts the invite, I don't care if I don't win the money, I'm dumping his ass. Wouldn't that be nice to add on my sim racing resume? Beat Brett Moffitt, a NASCAR champion, in one invitational race, and the next one just dump a friggin' snotty attitude IndyCar driver out of the next one. What did you think of the Saturday Night Thunder last night? I did not watch it, unfortunately. Did not get a chance to tune in. I've heard good things about those Saturday Night Thunder races, though. Alright, back to Joey Logano. The lonely life of being the leader way out front. There hasn't been a caution in going on like 200 laps. I think the last caution was like on lap 60-something. 65, I believe. So we've gone over 180 laps now without a caution. Unbelievable. Logano getting held up by Stenhouse, but he's able to pass him. Still 18 cars on the lead lap. So Eric Jones is the next one at risk of going a lap down. Joey Logano, just with a dominating performance so far. Yeah, I'm really surprised. We had like 3 cautions within the first 70 laps or so, but then nothing after that. We didn't have a caution that last first round of green flag pit stops. Yeah, this time by, we're going to have 250 down, 150 to go. 150. 150 to go. Clint Boyer's just off the lead lap. He was staying ahead of Logano for so long. Then he finally dropped back behind him. Let's take a look at how Reddick's handling this lap traffic. He's gotten through most of it, as has Kyle Busch. Reddick's going to get a good jump here on the outside, slingshot around Newman on the straightaway. Back to Joey Logano. I believe Joey Logano's already won one of these NR2003 Sunday simulations that I've done. Can't remember which race, but I believe he's won one. Just there's clear track in front of him, smooth sailing. Here's Eric Jones, the next car at risk of going a lap down. Right in front of him was Matt Kenseth, the number 42 car. It's a big wad up of cars. Here's a big wad up of cars, but I don't know. Aside from that, there's nothing really that looks like is at risk of bringing out a caution. Joey Logano continuing to just put on an absolute clinic. Still 18 cars left on the lead lap. It'll probably stay that way until the next round of green flag pit stops. Which we'll probably be seeing in around 20 laps or so. 25, no more than 25 laps if we stay green. That's when we should be seeing the next round of pit stops. Yeah, Tyler Reddick, the next closest car to the leader, is 4 seconds back. We need a caution. We need a caution. Where is Tyler Reddick? Oh, he's just stuck behind all these guys. It's going to allow Kyle Busch to close up quick. Yeah, I'm surprised. When we had like 3 cautions in the first 70 or so laps, I thought this was going to be a wreck fest, but we've basically been green for nearly 200 laps since then. Coming up on 140 laps to go. Yeah, there's a... I honestly don't know what to talk about right now with this race, because I suppose the battle for 4th. It's a pretty close split time between DiBenedetto and Harvick. Where are they at? Back here. They're just in conga line right now. Come on, go 3 wide and wreck. Oh! They almost did. Go 3 wide and wreck. Now we'll take a look over this battle for 4th place between the 4 car and the 21. And hope that maybe one of these guys goes 3 wide and causes a wreck in the process. They're weaving. Truex was peeking 3 wide. He didn't do it, though. Those are up here. There's 2 wide. Darn it. I want another caution. But unfortunately, I think this thing's going to be green for the rest of the way. Probably the last 340 or 30 laps of the race is probably going to be green. So Logano has a 5-second gap on the next closest car, Tyler Reddick. Now it's going to be Kyle Busch, apparently. There were 3 cautions really early in the race. The first was like lap 10. Second one I think was like lap 20 or 30 something, and then the final one was like lap 65. And yeah, there hasn't been a caution since lap 65. It's really nothing to talk about right now. Just focus on Logano and see when they come in for the next round of pit stops and pray a caution comes out in the meantime. Eric Jones still ain't at risk of going a lap down anytime soon. I think we're gonna get to the first round of the next round of green flag pit stops before Eric Jones is at risk of going a lap down. Stenhouse is a lap down, but he's not that slow. He's been right behind Logano a good part of this time. It's right on board again. Can you make it so Logano blows a tire rest? I wish. I don't have control over that. It's all AI. It's all AI. See, I can't imagine it'll be any more than 15, 20 laps before we see the next round of green flag pit stops. And then that begs the question, if they can only make it like 105, 110 laps, what's going to be the strategy if they all pit with like 275 and they'll be short like 15 laps? What's going to be the strategy then? Don't go anywhere, folks. If this stays green, we could have a hell of a strategy battle going on for the conclusion of this race. Where is Chase Elliott running? He is 16th. 15th. Well, I think Harvick just came into the pits. Yep, Harvick's into the pits. Alright, so we got our first car with what should be the second to last pit stop. Here comes Stenhouse. All four tires for Harvick, obviously. Let's follow on board with the leader, Joey Logano. See if and when he comes in. Well, obviously if, but when he comes in. Is he coming in this time? Nope. See him coming off pit road there. Yeah, this will probably be the second to last round of green flag pit stops. Logano still ain't coming in. He's staying out. He's playing the waiting game. Still green. I desperately want a caution to come out. Trust me, I want a caution as much as you guys do. Logano's still staying out. Yeah, most of the leaders still haven't come in yet. I think it's just some early pit stops with some of those lead lap cars. Here comes Logano. Logano into the pits this time. Will he have any issues getting on or off the pit, in or out of the pits? Watch him hit someone here and get damage. Crazier things have happened. Kyle Busch cycles into the lead. Oh, I don't think there's going to be any issues with Logano. We'll follow him through this pit stop. Excuse me. So roughly 125 laps to go. Logano with a nice clean pit stop, in and out. Pretty quick. Here comes the rest of the field. 2 is in the lead right now. Keselowski has stayed out. I'm surprised how clean these pit stops have been. Thank you for the kind words, BC. Alright, so who's going to cycle out? It obviously should be Logano. Brad still isn't pitted, but I'm sure he'll be in the pits this time. So always these Penske cars seem to have the strongest cars in these pit stops. Uh-oh, Brad's in this line, and he might need to get down here. Oh, not yet. Not yet. Oh, they almost went 3 wide right there. Let's follow this pack. Brad is still the leader. Brad is still the leader. Oh, I just wish he'd be up in the outside line right now so he'd come down and wreck some cars while trying to get down to the pits. Darn it. Yep. He's going to get down cleanly. No one's going to get taken out. So Logano's going to cycle back into the lead. It's just going to be a question of how much of a gap is he going to have. Yeah, we might go green the entire rest of the race. Alright, so once Logano cycles back in, he's going to have a massive lead on a lot of guys. Where's Logano? There he is. Logano, just an absolutely massive lead. He's gonna have like 10 seconds on the next closest car. Pretty damn close. I was a 10th and a half off from 10 seconds. So less than 120 to go. I would say things are heating up here in the Monster Mile, but Logano's got a massive lead right now. Yeah, unless a caution comes out, this is Logano's race to lose. Still 18 cars on the lead lap. The last car at risk, the last car on the lead lap right now is Matt Kenseth in the 42. Logano just putting on an absolute clinic today. So it's done 2 minutes. People will go from talking about the race in the chat to just bickering over nothing. Do the AI ever crash? They do. Just not too frequently when they're spread out like this. So Logano is in the middle of a massive lap car sandwich right now. Who's all up here? Yeah, this thing's gonna stay green. Unless we get another mystery caution. I believe this thing's gonna stay green. The entire chat will rejoice when Logano wrecks. Can't we make them wreck more? I wish. I have no control over that. It's all just random. The AI are in control of everything. There were those few early cautions. Eric Jones trying to avoid going a lap down. If Eric Jones goes a lap down, there will be 16 cars left on the lead lap. There are 17 cars currently on the lead lap. I gotta go plug my phone in. I'll be back in literally like 20 seconds. I'm back. Logano trying to put Eric Jones a lap down. Coming up on the slow car of Ross Chastain. Luckily, there haven't been too many slow, like really slow cars this race that were like a hazard and in the way. Even Chastain involved in that early wreck. I mean, he's missing that back end, but he hasn't been that slow. Man, I wish a caution were to come out right around now. Give me something to talk about in this race. But alas, we remain green. Uh-oh, 25 seconds. Oh no. God, why is it so warm in my room right now? I know why. It's because it's too early to have air conditioning on yet, and my room is in a side of the house that sits there and bakes in the sun.
I'm sick and tired of this. I'll get my own damn uniform back on and take care
Zach
of this.
Bumgardner.
He ain't gonna kill my boy.
Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Is it weird that I'm eating a burrito and rooting for the burrito? That would be weird if you weren't rooting for the burrito while eating a burrito. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. He ain't gonna kill my boy. I'm just waiting for one Logano wrecks. The fight for second, I guess we could go watch, but what's the fun of that? I guess it's more fun than what we got going on right now. So yeah, let's 18 and 88. Where are they at? Here we go. Here's the battle for second between Bowman and Busch. Oh, yeah, you like that? The ain't gonna kill $5. Not for every single one of my alerts, but for most of them I have like the text like for the alert, something along the lines of what the quote is. Like and the 99 has turned over Brad Keselowski. And we have a caution. I have a so-and-so turned over $5 or whatever. I tried to get creative with those. As a viewer, it's always fun seeing the alerts on someone's stream, so I wanted to make mine fun and creative as well. This Bowman's stuck behind Kurt Busch. Pretty sure Kurt's doing that on purpose to let his brother pull away. Here's the battle for the lead, the non-existent battle for the lead. I mean, this time we'll have 100 laps to go. All you Logano fans should be happy about this race so far. I'm just praying and waiting for a caution along with the rest of you guys. Officially 100 laps to go. Less than now. We are 3/4 of the way done with this race. This was slow going at first, but since we spent the last 225 laps under green, just flying. I'm surprised it's been green this whole time. We still got 16 cars on the lead lap. Oh, another one. Thank you so much, Zach. Keep your foot in it. Ah! It's one of my favorite DW quotes. Pow! Please don't repeat the same alert. I hate it when it does that. Please don't repeat the same alert. Please. Where is it? Where is it? I promise it's coming. Sometimes it just delays a little bit. The alert box. I promise.
Where is it? Don't have to look back there that much. Plus, with these giant ass scores, they can't really see
there we go.
Anyway, so.
Thanks for turning over that giant ass super chat of $2. Thanks. Appreciate it, Zach. What's with these giant ass spoilers? I remember watching that live and I was like, did he seriously just say that? I had to rewind and watch. It was like, Dale Jr. legitimately just had giant ass spoilers on national TV. Do I have any patriotic car sets? I think not necessarily for this mod, but for older ones. Oh, I just realized a typo on that. I have send instead of sent. I gotta fix that. Yeah, I tried to do something a little fun and creative with the text for most of those. There's a couple I couldn't, like, incorporate the quote into the context of, like, a super chat notification, but I tried for most of them. Oh my god, I just want a freaking caution. Someone blow a tire, will ya? We had 3 cautions, like, in the first 75 laps, and then 0 the last 230. Yeah, Logano fans are either going to be really happy or really upset with how this race turns out, because it's either basically a guaranteed win right now, or there's going to be some monumental choke that'll take them out of it. I still need to have the, just gonna send it as a super chat. I haven't made it yet, though. I'm in the process, I promise. Are you guys silly? Still gonna send it. Alright, so this is the Logano snooze fest of 2020. Well, we only got 90 laps to go, and they're quickly counting down as long as we stay green. I think we should have this race done in like 45 minutes if we stay green. How many cars are still on the lead lap? Still 16. Michael McDowell is the next car to go lap down once Logano catches him. I'm debating of whether I want to race in the Travis's iRacing Tomfoolery Series Junior League tonight. I might as well. I don't have to, because I'm already locked in for the regular season. I'm one of the regular season roster spots. But there's nothing saying we can't race in this one, and hell, it's more practice. Practice and experience for tomorrow. Oh, Logano almost just turned. Almost just turned Christopher Bell. That could have been a caution. Come on, Logano, do it. Turn him. Turn Christopher Bell. I believe in you. Sabotage your own win by bringing out a caution now. Come on, please. Please. Darn it. Come on, turn him. Turn him. Turn him! I thought that was going to be it. I thought that was going to be the caution we were all been waiting for. I cannot believe we've gone like 250 laps under green, basically. You're behind a year, Trop. I think not last year. Don't take out Paul Menard in the 21. Oh my goodness. This is the Joey Logano Snooze Fest 400. Brought to you by Gander Out RV. Oh, I want a caution. Please, someone just spin someone else. It's not that hard. Got less than 85 laps to go. If it's any consolation, we're like almost 80% done with the misery. Alright, so the 34 is the last car on the lead lap as of right now. If he goes a lap down, there will be 15 cars left on the lead lap. Jamie McMurray in the 26th. There it is. Is DT still streaming? He is.
And he's the one that drives like a little... I'm gonna bust his ass.
Thanks, Tony.
Thank you. Zach, you don't have to, buddy. I appreciate it, but it's so very kind of you. Thanks so much for the $5. Have you ever? No, I've never. I'm gonna bust his ass. Thanks, Tony. Thank you. I love the inflection of that little thank you at the end. So Logano's in a big sandwich with a bunch of lap cars right now. Let's see if we can't get lucky enough to have a caution here. That's funny that, in that alert, Tony is referring to Logano. And Logano's dominating this race. It's funny how that worked. Oh my goodness. The Joey Logano Snooze Fest 400 continues. Coming up on 75 laps to go. 78 to be specific this time. Come on, Joey. Turn Joey Gase. Joey on Joey violence. Bring out a caution and sabotage your own win. Darn it. Is that Tony in the 20 car? Yeah. Where's the Home Depot sponsors? So unrealistic. So I want to hear in the chat. Do you guys think Logano's gonna somehow or pull this off, or do you think he's somehow gonna choke this away either with a weird pitch strategy or a caution coming out and him losing the lead? I want to see in the chat. Think Logano's got this or not? No one has been at the Twitch chat for an hour 45 minutes. Yeah, the Twitch chat's been really quiet today. Hoping DT throws me a raid if and when he gets done with the stream. I think he's doing all day, so I think I might be done before he is. But yeah, Twitch, YouTube's been popping today. It's just Twitch's been really quiet. Speaking of the channel points, whoa, just smack my microphone into my or headphones into my microphone. I am gonna figure out what to do with those channel points. I'm gonna switch from like all the default things, just the generic rewards. I want to figure out something fun and creative to do and unique with the channel points. Don't have it yet. I don't have any specific ideas yet, but I will think of something to do. So yes, in the near future, channel points over on Twitch will be way more valuable than just the default standard rewards that are given out at the beginning. Less than 75 laps to go. 73 this time by. The Joey Logano Snooze Fest 400. I want Joey to pull an 09, yeah. Someone clip him going into turn 3 and send him barrel rolling down the banking. Still haven't successfully reenacted that yet. Larry, show us our race trends. Well, typically we about have a caution with roughly 20 laps to go in Dover Speedway races. Sorry, that was a terrible Larry Mack impression. So can Joey hang on to the win? Or do you think he's going to somehow choke this thing after having like a 7-second lead? I know he's not for position. Let's just ride on board with Eric Jones just to get a different perspective for a couple laps. Different camera view. I might need to turn Logano's ratings down if I do these races in the future. He's been, he tends to dominate a lot of these. They're still getting upside down, people cars driving under cars. Winvo has a really good alert of, I think he says the word practice accidentally like 3 or 4 times. Yeah, Winvo's got a good alert of Larry Mack saying some hilarious line where he like accidentally stutters over what he's trying to say. Lap 333. At least we got a super exciting race last week. So, who is going to do what with the pit strategy? Lap 333 is complete. There are 67 laps to go. So this is basically going to be a matter of if Joey Logano can hang on or if he magically chokes. Oh, Zane! $5. Thank you so much, buddy. Ask Larry Mack to magically cause a caution with statistics. I wish. Larry Mack, what's your race trends? Well...
I'm sick and tired of this. I'll get my own damn uniform back on and take care of this.
Oh, we got another repeat one.
He ain't gonna kill my boy.
He ain't gonna kill my boy. Joey Logano, he ain't gonna kill my race. Thank you for the $5, Zane. I appreciate it. Well, if I was in this race, I would bring out a caution right now, but unfortunately, I'm stuck up here in the booth telling you the race trends instead. Sorry. That's all I could do. Chase Elliott has worked his way up in the 9th spot. I got like 13 or 14 unique donation alerts. It's annoying when it repeats one when we're only like 2 or 3 in. Logano, oh Logano. This race is yours to win or lose. Just don't get involved in a wreck and don't do something stupid with your pit strategy. Make all the Logano fans in the chat happy today. Yeah, how dare Bob Keselowski just interrupt me? I mean, I get he's concerned about his boy, but I was talking first. That was very rude. There's an incident like in 2009 they had where Carl and Brad got into it at Memphis in a nationwide race. I still need to complete the Atlanta reenactment, the Atlanta flip. I've done the Talladega finish. I've done the Gateway finish. I did a really mini short reenactment of when Junior flipped over. And that wreck was technically caused from Brad and Carl getting into it on the straightaway. So I just need to basically do the Atlanta incident with Brad turning over. And that Memphis incident where they got into it and caused that pile up. Then I've basically reenacted the entire Brad versus Carl rivalry saga. I keep on lagging. It might be you who am. It's I'm not seeing that on my screen. I don't see anyone else saying anything, so maybe try a refresh. Usually tends to help me out. So I might race on Twitch tonight. I might race at Daytona on iRacing for the Travis's iRacing Tomfoolery Series Junior League. Because I don't have to. I've already made my way in from the preseason Thunder. I'll race my way into the regular season, but there's nothing to say I can't race tonight, and hell, it's practice and experience for tomorrow. And more stream hours, so keeping my fans entertained. Joey's not immune to losing races with 4 to go. It's true. It's true. As DT would say. It's true. Carl, that kills people. I freaking love those videos. What did you do? I can't remember how that exact thing goes, but he's like, yeah, I stabbed him like a zillion times. Carl! Oh, that needs to be a freaking alert. It's not NASCAR related, but I should still make that an alert. All the friggin' just got ascended guy isn't NASCAR either, but I want to make that an alert. 55 laps to go. 55 laps to go. We should have this finished in before the top of the hour, as long as we stay green. It's a close battle going on for third between De Benedetto and Alex Bowman. Let's go check that out. Here's the battle for third right now. Oh, pit stops! Final round of pit stops for De Burrito. Alright, this is basically our last chance for a caution to come out as this last... for one final caution. Carl! Uh-oh, nearly made a mess everywhere. That's not good. I think Newman is out. What's going on with Newman? His pit sign is down. Yeah, Newman's out with a header. What? Newman is out with a header issue. Mechanical issue on his car. Finishes P35. Larry's trends. Well, about a 55 to go. People are going to start taking their final round of green flag pit stops. Back to you, Mike. Oh, you have no idea how happy I'd be right now if a caution comes out. We're going to follow Logano through the pits because the only thing that's basically probably going to ruin his race here is if something happens to him in the pits. He gets damaged or if he gets turned by someone. Well, there's a massive wad of cars up here. Yeah, basically the only thing that's going to have Logano lose this race is if something happens to him in the pits. Or if he gets some mechanical issue. Still not pitting. Still ain't coming in. We better have a caution. Let's see what you did there. Kyle Busch is catching. He was like about 10 seconds back, not more than a few laps ago. Now he's 6.3. I believe... Nope, not yet. Alright, so we're just following on board because we're going to see what happens in his pit stop. He still ain't coming in. Meanwhile, Kyle Busch is gaining time on him. 6.2. 6.2. 6.1. He gained a tenth. He's going to have to go faster than that if he's going to catch him in time. I think he's coming in this time. Nope, still not slowing down. Meanwhile, Logano's got a massive wad of cars up there in front of him. Once he catches that, Kyle Busch might close in on him. 6.1. 6.1. Didn't gain any that time. Surprised he hasn't come in yet. There's Harvick. One of the early strong cars till he had those issues. I want the final four to come down between Ryan Blaney, Bubba Wallace, Matt Kenseth, and Ryan Newman. I want that to be the final four this year. Logano's getting slower and slower. He's got to come in for tires any second. There's all those cars in front of him that are going to slow him down once he catches them. Here he comes, along with Clint Boyer. Alright, so what's going to happen to Logano? Is anything going to happen to him in the pits? Is he going to have any issues in the pits? Getting in or out? All you Logano fans, they're relying on you, Joey. Don't make any oopsies. Don't make any oopsies. Oh, there's lots of cars coming in while he's going to be coming out. Possibly. Nope, he made it cleanly. He made it cleanly. So unless a caution comes out from here in the next 40 laps... Ooh, that was close. Unless a caution comes out in the next 40 laps... This might be Joey's race. He's hanging on to a dominating, like, 10-second lead with 40 laps to go. Coming to 40 laps this time by. I think. Brad Keselowski hasn't pitted yet, neither is Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch is probably going to be in this time. Yeah, there he is. Where's Brad at? He's probably in the pits as well. Yep, here he comes. So through all this, Logano should cycle back into the lead. Unless something crazy happens. There's McDowell back onto the track. And once... Where's Bubba Wallace at? See in the pits. It's just coming out, yep. Back to Logano. So we got less than 40 laps to go. Still no caution. We've gone up nearly 300 laps under green. That is insane. Absolutely insanity. So the only thing that's going to separate Kyle Busch from a victory here is a caution. Or not Kyle Busch, Logano. I don't even know what I'm saying. How many cars are left on the lead lap? 14. Bubba Wallace is the first a lap down. John Hunter Nemechek is the last on the lead lap. Yep. 37 laps to go this time by. Yeah, I wish there was more stories going on right now. Yeah, the only thing that's going to save this finish of this race is going to be a caution. Matt DiBenedetto is 6.7 seconds back, but he probably took 2 tires. He's going to be losing ground, yep. Still get a top 3, top 2. That's still super respectable. Especially at a super difficult track like this. 35 laps to go. 35. Quinn got a little front end damage there. I think that might have come from one of the earlier accidents. Not quite sure where that came from. Yeah, Matt DiBenedetto is just losing ground. He must have taken 2 tires or something. That's why he was able to pass Kyle Busch. That's going to be an interesting battle for second once Kyle catches Matt DiBenedetto. Yeah, he keeps losing like 3 or 4 tenths of a second each lap. There ain't no way Joey's not winning this unless a caution comes out or he gets wrecked. Or both. God, it is so warm in my room right now. Once I stop streaming, that'll actually cool it down a little bit because my computer's just running so hot right now, streaming and running this game at the same time. "31 laps to go." Yeah, David Hoots, throw a caution. David Owl. Hoot a caution out onto the track. Oh, a little contact. Almost a little contact there from John Hunter Nemechek and Logano. NR doesn't throw debris cautions, except for the second caution we had. There was nothing on the track for when that second caution came out. Matt DiBenedetto's still staying in second place. Although he's within 2 seconds of Kyle Busch now. Yeah, Kyle Busch is closing in on DiBurrito. Logano's got a decent wad of cars he's catching up on, but it's gonna take a miracle for the 21 or the 18 to be able to catch Logano under green. Yeah, someone take off their shoe and fire that out on the track. Something's wrong with my steering. Or when that happened to Danica at Montreal. When she was actually leading a race for like the first time ever, especially one like a skill track like that, like a really difficult road course. And someone fired a shoe out onto the track that she ran over. Imagine being that guy. Imagine somewhere deep down. I don't know if he ever got caught, but someone knows who that is. They know who they are. The person that knows, the person whose shoe that was knows who they are. So imagine being the guy. It's like, yeah, I am the person that possibly took Danica's only chance at a victory away from her. leading a race at Montreal and then fire a shoe out onto the track. 25 laps to go. 24 this time by. Let's go check out this battle for second place between Matt DiBenedetto and Kyle Busch. This is going to be the battle for second shortly. Guess we might as well focus on this for a while since there's no battle for the lead going on. Yeah, I think Kyle Busch is going to catch him. I'm pretty sure Matt DiBenedetto probably took 2 tires. Kyle Busch took 4. If I had to guess, that is the case. This is the battle for second place here. Matt Kenseth there in the 42, a lap down. Okay, where's Ty when you need him? Where's Simon Pagenaud or Santino Ferrucci when you need him to bring out a caution right now? Coming to 20 laps to go this time by. Next time by, actually. It's a battle for second right here, because you can see there's no battle for the lead, so I might as well focus on this until like 5 laps to go. Kyle Busch is caught up from 4 or 5 seconds behind Matt. And he is closed in right on his bumper. So less than 20 laps to go here in the Gander RV 400. RV sales, whatever it's called. Oh, here's Kyle Busch. Are we going to have an on-track pass for position under green? That doesn't involve pit stops? Nope, DiBenedetto holds him off. Meanwhile, back up to the lead just to see what's going on. Oh, Logano is caught big-time traffic. This might let Kyle Busch and Matt DiBenedetto catch up a little bit. Pay attention to the split times now that Joey's strapped behind all these cars. Pay attention to the split times lap after lap. It's gonna be too late for them to catch him, but with all these cars wadding up, there might be a caution. You never know. You never know. Back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Here's the battle for second, still continuing on. Yeah, if Matt DiBenedetto can hang on to second. If you can hang on to the spot and something happens to Logano, you never know. Yeah, they're not gaining any time. They're unless Logano wrecks, they ain't catching. Unless Logano wrecks, they ain't catching. Jeez, he's right in the middle of the lap car conga line. We're closing in on 10 laps to go. 10 to go. Joey Logano, just with an absolutely dominating performance, has been able to thread his way through the field through this essentially 300 lap green flag run. There's no one even close to him. The only thing that's gonna separate him from the win right now is if a caution comes out or if he wrecks, or both. Come on, Chase, spin him. Aw. Coming up on a dozen laps to go this time by 12 laps to go. And here at the Monster Mile, Dover International Speedway. Yeah, Joey is not going to be caught by anyone. He officially put Chase Elliott a lap down. His next 2 cars in front of him are for the lead lap as well. If he can pass these next few cars, there's only going to be like 4 or 5 cars left on the lead lap when everything's said and done. Coming to 90 laps. 90. It's lap 390. Coming to 10 laps to go this time by. Joey Logano just putting on an absolute clinic. After there being 3 cautions in the first about 75 laps or so, there's been 0 cautions since that last restart on, I think it was lap 77. Oh, 3 wide. This is good. This could be where it happens. Oh, the contact. Come on, wreck. Come on, wreck. 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 If there's going to be a wreck, they got to do it within the next 5 laps, because if they wreck like at lap 396 or after, it's going to end under caution. So if they got a wreck, if there's going to be yellow, it's got to happen now. I don't think there's going to be a caution, guys. You're welcome to all you Logano fans, and I'm sorry to all you Logano haters, but looks like this is going to be his race. 7 laps to go. Got about 1 more lap or so for there to be a caution come out before past the point where it would end under caution. I think this is it. I think this is Logano's race. 6 laps to go. Yeah, the big wad of cars behind him is starting to split up, so... Timmy Hill and William Byron racing side by side. This ain't an iRacing race. Oh, someone just came into the pits. Tyler Reddick. Oh, what if Logano has to pit unexpectedly? I don't think he will, but... Yeah, Tyler Reddick unexpectedly into the pits. Come on, caution. There are now only 5 cars left on the lead lap. That's what happens when you have a 320-something green flag run. Three laps to go for Logano. Yep, if a caution comes out at this point, it's ending under caution. So, unless Logano gets wrecked here, this is his win. Even if caution comes out, it's going to end under caution. As long as he doesn't get wrecked. Shortly after this race ends, I'm just going to end it right away. We're going to raid DT real quick, and yeah, we're just going to end it. No backwards big one or anything. Actually, why not? We can. Yep, this is Logano's race. Let's ride on board with him for the final lap. Coming through turns 3 and 4 at the Monster Mile onto the front stretch. White flag is in the air for Joey Logano. One more lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. So it comes through turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Joey Logano puts on an absolute clinic and dominates most of the race here at the mile. Joey Logano takes the checkered flag and wins the 2020 Gander RV Sales 400. Let's go back to second place. Oh, Matt DiBenedetto still got third. Kyle Busch got second. Bowman fifth, and Johnson's going to get a top 5. Everyone else is a lap down. Alright, so that's that. Let's take a final look at the running order. Hey, it's not the start of my stream, it's the end. Alright, we'll go back in, do a backwards big one. Then we'll go raid DT and call it a day. Yeah, all you people on Twitch, if you want to take part of the raid, come join over on Twitch if you have an account. In about 4 or 5 minutes, we'll be going to raid our good buddy DT. He's playing 7 Days to Survive right now, which I've never seen, but it looked interesting when I was watching of his. We're gonna be the NBCSN car, the pace car, because I haven't changed it since I did that Jeff Burton reenactment. Yeah, give me a penalty. Penalize me, Rick. I don't care.
Let him by. Green flag, green flag. Green, green, green. Oh man, they're showing us the black flag. Looks like you passed under the yellow. They're gonna hold us in the...
Looks like you hit me under yellow. Alright, go around. Bring it around town. Bring it around town. Do this, and that, this and that, this and that, this and that. Oh, big flip. Oh my goodness. De Benedetto's upside down. Oh, big crash. That's about all we could have hoped for. Oh, alright. So, we're going to take a last look at this crazy wreck. And call it a night. A day, evening, whatever it is. Kevin Harvick with a big wreck. Denny Hamlin gets hit. Kyle Busch is into it. Oh, Ross Chastain goes flying through the air, gets ass back, doesn't flip, but De Benedetto does. Oh my goodness. What a wreck. Alright, so that being said, we're going to give some shout outs to our supporters that make these streams possible. First and foremost, thank you so much to Adria Fitzy, Jay Barker, Drive Through, Kingster Cole, TangleWolf09, Bloxysaurus Rex, Tom Davin, and Tipman92 for your support through Patreon. And thanks so much to Kingster Cole, TangleWolf09, Bloxysaurus Rex, and Spider-Man Fan 02 for your support through YouTube memberships. In case anyone's wondering, I got rid of the top two the higher 2 tiers for my YouTube membership thing. Now it's just simply the $1.99 a month for a shout out. It gets you the highlighted name in the chat and the access to the emote. So there's no more different tiers for my membership thing. It's just simply $1.99 a month if you want. Then that gets you access to the emotes and it gives you the badge on stream. All right. So thank you so much to you very generous guys and gals that helped make all these streams possible. We are about to get done. Right before we finish, we're going to go raid our good buddy DT. So, if you got a Twitch account, come on over to Twitch. Come on over to Twitch because we're about to go raid DT. Alright, so if you want to take part in that, come hop on over on Twitch so you can partake in the raid. If not, no worries. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. I think I'm going to be on Twitch here in like 4 hours. 3-4 hours is when the junior league for tits is starting. Travis's iRacing Tomfoolery series. Just an abbreviation. Get your minds out of the gutter. Alright, so we're going to go raid our buddy DT. I know we don't have too many people to take over, but it's not too late. If you want to pop over, now's your chance. Otherwise, we're going to cue the outro music. Call it a night. Thank you very generous guys and gals for always sticking around, making these streams enjoyable. Glad to have you here. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hope you have a great rest of your night. Till then, and see you next time. Peace. Bye.